Hi bosses, this is Kiam. I wanted to jump on and share with you a tool that I've been using to manage my clients from survey responding all the way through my beta program and then following up with them after that. So this is Asana, and it's something I've been using for several months now. I first found out about it from Vanessa's YouTube, and I use it to track my daily habits as well as several other projects that I'm working on, from my aromatherapy coaching, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and it's a really great tool. It's also free. As you see, I haven't even upgraded to the paid version yet, and it works for everything that I need it to. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I am doing with this. And let's start by creating a new project. We'll call this sample client workflow. And I'll do it in the board view format because that gives you kind of a timeline that you can drag each client through as they go through this process with you. All right, so this is what it looks like. You have different columns here going to the right, and let's label these. So the first one will be your warm audience, and then the next one will be onboarding, and then this is session 1. Let's do session 2, session 3. And depending on how long your beta program is, mine is only 4 sessions long. So I'm just gonna do that, session 4. And then I want to add a follow-up section right there too. All right, so these are your tasks, and these are gonna be where you're going to have your different interested people come through. So you'll be recording for every single person that says they're interested or that respond to your survey. You can make a new task box for them, and then you can move this through as they complete each section, right? So let's make one now, which is going to be a sample. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to copy my client template here for you all. And this is a list of my checklist. So for my strategy call, I use the Wheel of Life. I provide valuable coaching session, inform them of my processes, and ask for the commitment. So that's kind of my to-do list for that. And then for my onboarding, I have another list of things that I want to do: discuss the coaching process, discuss contract, discuss the program, demo the platform that I'm using. And then for each of the actual sessions, which I have for 90 minutes each, we do a centering, we check in on how they're doing, we review their field work or homework, review their goals, commit to the actions that they're going to take, and then we preview the next week after that. And then my 4th session is the closing session. We do a centering, check in, review the field work, and then I want to acknowledge them for the work that they've done and the work that we've done together. We'll review the testimonial that they have put together, and I spelled that wrong. And gratitude. All right, so let me copy this. And then, so for every single client that comes through, you'll have this list to refer to for each of them. Okay, and then let's do the actual task list here. So we'll start. Tab N creates a section. So let's say warm audience. I'm just gonna copy what I already have going on here. So the first thing is they say, oh, I'm interested. So this is after you've posted it on your social. Someone says, oh, that sounds really cool. Let me see this survey that you're talking about. So I'm interested in the survey. Okay, and then you send them, send target audience survey. And then the next one is they book a strategy call. And then you actually have the strategy call. And then you follow up after the strategy call and send them follow up strategy call. Send them the intake, the notes that you took, send notes, and info about your program. Okay, and then let's do the next tab. So this will be the next phase that they go through, is when they say, yes, I'm in. Yes, I am in. Awesome. Yay, and you're super excited. You send them a welcome package. Send them an invoice, confirm payment plan, or let's say, yeah, confirm payment plan. Payment delivered, right? So then they deliver the payment. And if they have a payment plan going on, you can do 1 out of 3 here. And then as they continue to pay for each one, then you do 2, then 3, and then you can check it off, right? Payment delivered. And then let's see, send contract, contract signed, and then you'd send let's say educational portal info. Educational portal info. I'm using Teachable, but you don't have to. You can use your own, whatever calls to you. I love the Teachable platform. I think it looks super neat and clean, and it's super easy to use. I do know that it's a little pricey at like $350 for the year, but I was lucky in that my first beta client, or founding member as I like to call them, my first founding member paid full price, and that was enough to help me to set up my Teachable account and also the HelloSign portal, which I'm using for contracts. All right, so you send them the educational info, and then you schedule onboarding session. And then you actually have the onboarding session. And then during the onboarding session, you demo, okay, what was our list here? So during the onboarding, we discuss coaching, the coaching process, because a lot of people don't really know what coaching is, or maybe have not really had coaching before. So I think it's important to discuss what coaching actually is, so that you can mitigate their expectations and your expectations. Let's say coaching expectations. Okay, and then you're gonna demo your educational platform, answer any questions, walk them through your program, right? And then, yeah, and then you schedule session 1. So that was just the onboarding, right? And then you schedule first session 1. Okay, and then let's do tab N for a new section. So now they do session 1, and actually let's just do session 1 through 3 here. I'm just using my program as an example. So if you end up doing a 6-week beta program, then you can do session 1 through 5, if that's what it is for you, and then the last session would be the closing session. Right, so let's just say 1 through 4. Let's 1 through 3. Okay. So for each of the main sessions that you have, you're going to send the session reminder first, and the Zoom link, or whatever video chat you're using. Meet for the session. And then after the meeting, you send them your notes, send session notes, and have them schedule for the next session. Schedule next session. All right. Okay, so that's 1 through 3. And then let's do another one. Oops. Tab N. So this is session 4, which is going to be your closing. Similar, send session reminder and Zoom link, meet for the session, and then you want to make sure that you confirm and discuss testimonial, and then what do I have listed here? Send session notes, of course. Yeah, and then let me just look up here real quick. So closing session, centering, check-in, review fieldwork, acknowledgement, review testimonial, gratitude. I guess you can also preview or talk about further working opportunities, or talk about further partnership opportunities. If they had a really great time, if they want to go through the program again, or start a new program, partnership opportunities. Okay, and then you do follow up. If they end up closing out with you, follow up. It's good to follow up with them maybe 1 month later, or let's just say 3 month follow up, and maybe send them a thank you gift. All right, so that is going to be the template for every single client that comes through, regardless of how much they go through with you here. So even if they let's say sample client, so even if they only go through the survey with you, you still want to have a record of all of the different people that you saw, so that you can follow up with them later, right? So let's say this is a sample client template. All right, and then so let's say you had 3 people respond to your survey. So survey responder 1. Let's do another one, survey responder 2. Let's just do that for now. Okay, so survey responder 1, right? They say, oh, okay, so I'm interested in this. Tell me more. And then you send them your survey. And then they book a strategy call. And then you have your strategy call. And then you follow up, you send them your notes. And then they're thinking about it. And then they email you a couple days later and say, yes, I'm totally in. You send them the package. Send them an invoice, you confirm your payment plan, they deliver the payment, you send them the contract, they sign the contract, and then let's go all the way to onboarding session, right? So then they schedule the onboarding session, and then you can move them to the onboarding process, right? And then let's say survey responder 2, right? They're interested, send them the survey, they book a strategy call, you have the strategy call, you follow up, and then they say, okay, well, I'm not really interested. Well, then you can kind of just leave them right there, right? They're still a warm audience member. And if you have their email, you can still have them on your email list. They're still a part of your ecosystem, right? And then as each client goes through your program, then you move them session 1, session 2, session 3, all the way to the follow-up phase. All right, so I hope that has been helpful. Feel free to use this. I would love to hear if this is something that you are interested in and working with. I know that it's a great free tool to get to know your own process before you invest in something like Dubsado. I looked at Dubsado and I love that it's super automated, but at this stage in my career, I feel like it's more important for me to really get to know my own process and to build it myself. And then as I continue to grow, then I'll automate certain parts of this. But for now, I'm pretty happy with how I have this set up. I have a couple, like I said earlier, I have a couple clients going through my beta program already with my founding members. So this is the system that I've been using, and yeah, and I hope that has been helpful. And if you want to connect, you can find me on Instagram at IamKiam and at Mahal Healing Arts. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you all at the Facebook group. All right. Bye-bye.